The following is a presentation of Fox Sports.
After a record-setting April, last night the Rays began the month of May with a tough extra-inning loss to the Royals. Today, right-hander Wade Davis goes to the hill for Tampa Bay, facing another number one starter. KC counters with ace Zach Greinke. The series finale starts now on Sun Sports. Welcome to Tropicana Field for the wrap-up game of the series against the Kansas City Royals and the final game of this homestand. It's another Kids Sunday. The Tampa Bay Rays play host to the Kansas City Royals. And on the mound for the visitors, the reigning Cy Young Award winner Zach Greinke will do the pitching for Kansas City. Hi again, everyone, and welcome to an afternoon of Rays baseball with Kevin Kennedy. I'm Dwayne Stats. Great to have you aboard. We'll be hearing from Todd Callis throughout the afternoon as well. Well, after a couple of subpar offensive nights, Kevin, the Rays still have the best offense in baseball, and perhaps the one bright spot, the good news last night, 3 hits and a walk for Ben Zobrist.
That is a bright spot from both sides of the plate. You know, we talked to the other night about letting the game come to Ben a little bit, and he did that last night. He got some pitches to hit. He didn't chase yesterday, and when he got him, he centered them nicely for 3 big base hits. You just saw a line drive to the right field, line out of left field, and how about going right back up the middle from the left side of the plate. So yesterday, 3 for 4 with 3 singles and a walk, and we know he can do this. He can flat out play right field or second base, wherever Joe Madden wants to put him.
Well, you can't find a better pitching matchup, but that can frequently be said when you're looking at the Rays' starting rotation. Well, the young right-hander Wade Davis will go at it again here this afternoon, and he draws as his pitching opponent, again, the opposition's number one starter.
Yeah, and, you know, he usually comes up pretty big. He's done a nice job, and last outing only won 5, but still the last couple of games, a 2-0 record with a 3.27 earned run average. The batting average against is low. He's got the whole arsenal, and I would expect no matter who he pitches against, whether it be Zach Greinke or CC Sabathia or Mark Burley, he's not worried about that. He just concentrates on the 9 guys in the order of the Kansas City Royals that he's got to get out.
Well, you can see the numbers for Zach Greinke against the Rays, and interestingly enough, he's never beaten them at Kevin. He's not comfortable pitching here.
Yeah, I know. He made mention last year about the cowbells and some of the noise and the cheerleaders on the dugout, things like that. Well, hopefully they do all that in the ballpark here at the Trop this afternoon, especially with all the kids out there and a lot of yelling and screaming going on.
Well, he's 0-2 this year with a very nice 2.56 earned run average. He is class all the way on the mound. It seems that he can do anything he wants to do out there. It will be Wade Davis, of course, for the Rays. Wade, the rookie right-hander, looking for his 3rd win of the season. Series finale comes up. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
It is a Kids Sunday at Tropicana Field as the Rays and the Royals wrap up a 4-game Tropicana Field as the Rays and the Royals wrap up a 4-game series. The Rays also wrapping up their second longest homestand of the season. Currently, they are 5-3 on the 9-game homestand, getting ready for Kansas City this afternoon. So the Rays will face the 2009 Cy Young Award winner for the Royals, and that is Zach Greinke. And on the mound for Tampa Bay will be the 24-year-old out of Lake Wales. And Wade Davis always seems to match up against the other team's best starter. That has been the way, at least for the first 5 starts for Wade Davis this year. Look at this quintet of pitchers that he has gone against in our Toyota Trend. CC Sabathia, Cy Young Award winner, 2007, one of the best in the AL. You can say the same about Josh Beckett. Mark Burley threw the perfect game against the Rays last year. Ben Sheets. And today, Zach Greinke. What a lineup for the rookie to face. And Joe Madden talks about how he's not concerned at all with his number 5 against their number 1.
He could absolutely handle it. It's kind of happened that way. I think that one time we skipped everybody to the rain out that one time, or something happened that everything switched a little bit. I'm not concerned about it at all. I mean, Wade can handle it against anybody. All of our 5 guys can. I mean, I'm really confident with all of them. It's just an unfortunate situation for him right now, but I really anticipate that he's going to pitch well on Sunday.
Joe Madden with our Geico quote of the game as we are ready for baseball on a Kids Sunday afternoon. The Rays and the Royals wrapping up a 4-game series. Enjoy all the action next with Dwayne Stats and Kevin Kennedy in high definition right here on Sun Sports.
Fun day at the ballpark here this afternoon, Kids Day. Wrap-up game of the series. The Rays looking for their 6th win on this homestand. They come in 5-3, dropping the last 2 games to this Kansas City club. And here is the lineup for the Royals today. David DeJesus in right, followed by Scott Posednik, the left fielder, and the number 3 hitter, first baseman Billy Butler. The DH is Jose Guillen. Alberto Callaspo is the third baseman. Jason Kendall will do the catching with Mitch Meyer in center field. Yudesky Betancourt is at short, hitting 8th, and Chris Getz is the second baseman. He'll bat ninth.
Wade Davis gets the start for the Rays in 4 starts. He's got a 2-1 record with a 3.68 earned run average. Opponent's batting average against 234. A little bit of trouble so far with right-handers. 289 versus 156. And the defense behind Wade Davis today. Sean Rodriguez in left and DJ Upton in center. Ben Zobrist in right field. Evan Longoria at third. Jason Bartlett at short. Reed Briniak gets the start at second base. And Carlos Pena at first. And John Jaso once again behind the plate for Wade Davis.
There's Joe Madden, the Rays skipper, along with Davey Martinez. Don't forget, we'll get a closer look at Davey Martinez in that bench coach role he serves. That'll be coming up on Inside the Rays following our coverage of this game and our postgame. Trey Hillman, third season as the skipper of the Kansas City Royals. Trey's been a long time here in St. Petersburg. And the first pitch of this game is up and away, a fastball. 1-0 the count to David DeJesus. Strike. 1-1. A very comfortable 72 degrees inside Tropicana Field. Great to have you with us. DeJesus lifts it toward the left field line, and Rodriguez is there and makes the catch. That ball just fair. Sean Rodriguez in left today.
3 fastballs away. If he stays out there, Dwayne, he'll get lefties out.
Yeah, last year when he was with the club, he really didn't have much trouble with left-handers, so you have to believe that over a period of time and enough body of work, that will again be reflected. Here's Scott Posednik. The pitch is wide. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, he's got the whole arsenal. He's got the overhand curve, the slider, changeup.
That was a strike, and it's 1-1.
Can live out there. Outside at the knees.
And another strike. Fastball that time. Pretty well located.
Very nice.
How about that? Breaking ball, the curveball 1-2, and Posednik is caught looking.
After a couple of good fastballs on the outside corner, a nice overhand curveball. Look at the bite on that thing over the outside corner. Dropped right into the glove of John Jaso. Scott knew it.
Well, this is a pretty good start with the quality of his pitches through the first couple hitters. Right out of the chute. Good stuff. Here's Billy Butler. A little low with that one. Butler, as we have referenced throughout this series, really the best hitter in this lineup for Trey Hillman's Kansas City Royals. He's a guy with power, and he doesn't mind hitting the ball the other way.
You know, he's one of those guys that when he gets a pitch, and he might get one pitch to hit, he does. He centers it nicely.
He pops it into shallow right center. Zobrist is there, and it's a 1-2-3 first for Kansas City. Bottom of the inning coming. Rays coming in to hit. No score. Sports is presented in beautiful HD by H.H. Gregg. Rays coming in to hit. Bottom of the first inning. Joe Madden lines him up this way. Jason Bartlett, Ben Zobrist, and Evan Longoria short, right, and third. 1-2-3, followed by Carlos Pena. Willie Ibar, who has some success in his history against Greinke, is in there as the DH. B.J. Upton in center. John Jaso back in the lineup, batting seventh with Reed Brignac hitting eighth, and Sean Rodriguez out of the ninth spot.
And the Rays will face Zach Greinke, the 2009 American League Cy Young Award winner, with 5 starts so far under his belt this year. He's 0-2, but the ERA is good. Once again, not a whole lot of run support for him at 2.56. 4-1 strikeout to walk ratio, and the league's hitting .235 against Zach. Defense quickly for the Royals behind him. Scott Podsednik, Mitch Meyer, and David DeJesus in the outfield. Around the infield, left to right, Cayasco, Betancourt, Getz, and Butler. And behind the plate, once again, the veteran, Jason Kendall.
Well, Greinke is fun to watch pitch, except when he's pitching against you.
That's right.
And here's Jason Bartlett swinging, missing, strike one. He's so talented, calm and collected out there on the hill. Two of the great young right-handers in baseball out of the state of Florida matching up today. Bartlett sends a fly ball right center field. Who's going to get this one? Meyer. The last moment, DeJesus pulled away, and the center fielder Meyer makes the catch for the out. Wade Davis out of Lake Wales, and Greinke out of Apopka. So we're seeing two of the best that Florida has developed in regard to pitching. Two young guys with a lot of success to be realized before they hang it up. Here's Ben Zobrist. That's a strike. Well, Ben with those 3 hits last night, Kevin, a good sign, and he's up in the number 2 spot. You think ordinarily he might see a few more fastballs, but with Greinke, you never know. There's a liner in the left, and that's going to be caught by Podsednik.
Yeah, he did see some fastballs. The problem with Zach, he's just able to pinpoint it on the corners. You might get the pitcher looking for it, but he's got such command of the fastball, whether it be in or out, it makes it tough.
Two up, two down. That's going to bring up Evan Longoria. Well, you look for hitters who might have had a measure of success against Greinke. We mentioned Ibar for 1, 4 for 6, and Bartlett's 5 out of 10. On the other side of that coin is Evan Longoria, who is 0 for 10 lifetime against Zach Greinke. Looks at a strike, and the count is 1-1.
Well, that means he's due then, right?
That's exactly right.
That's how I see it.
2-1. Greinke won the Cy Young Award last year. Hey, there's a base hit. There you go. Longoria with a solid single into center field, picking up his first hit off Greinke. Well, let's talk about how bad all the other guys in the lineup are against Greinke. See what happens.
Yeah, let's do that. Take a look at the pitch that Evan got, a fastball right down the middle, and a good quick swing. Shooting right for the second base umpire. Chris Guccione.
Yeah, you know, he started this series by making a couple of nice moves when he was umpiring at first.
He did, that's right.
Now he's dodging line drives out there at second. So we see how nimble he is. Great reactions.
And he got a line drive down there at first base the other night, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Handle it with flair and aplomb. Strike to Carlos Pena, in at the knees. Well, you get the idea from past comments made by Zach Greinke that he doesn't like the atmosphere here at the Trop in terms of cowbells and the other, what he would term as distractions. There's a fly ball into right. DeJesus will grab this one. That ball got in on him. May have broken his bat. So we're at the end of an inning. No score. To the second inning. Poll question today brought to you by Autoway. Autoway, if you need a car, truck, or van, who are you going to call? Autoway. Call 1-800-SHOP-AUTOWAY. Text 789-789 and make your choice. We'll return to that in a moment. First pitch is in there, a strike. Curveball to start Jose Guillen. Ground ball toward the middle and through into center field. Guillen has a base hit. Who's the Rays' toughest opponent on their approaching West Coast trip? TB1, the Mariners, TB2, the A's, and TB3, the Angels. Standard message and data rate apply.
Like a ball, that last pitch that Wade, could have made a play on it. It just kind of got by him so fast. I don't know if he picked it up off the bat or not.
Here's Callaspo.
Started Guillen off with a couple of curveballs.
The strike.
We were talking about those splits. Lefties were hitting 289 coming in versus righties 156. This guy can hit a fastball. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Pitches away, and it's 1-1. Well, he's been the nemesis here last couple of nights. You can see in the first 3 games, he's 4 of 11. He got what turned out to be the game-winning hit in the 11th inning of last night's game.
Yeah. He's one of those guys, when he gets in a hitter's count, you got to be able to throw your breaking stuff behind the count.
Pitches down. 2-1. Callaspo, a switch hitter, and he's been better from the left side.
Got some pop too.
Yep. It's foul the other way. 2-2. A 1-2-3 first. A leadoff single by Guillen in the second inning. first foul. Tony Rodriguez makes the play out of the coaching box at first base. Jason Kendall will be next. And Kaliaspo started to go on that one and changed his mind.
That's a good pitch right there. Let's see if it crosses the plate. Absolutely it did. That's a good pitch. It froze Gallaspo. He couldn't pull the trigger. It fooled him.
I wonder if Honora thought that was high or inside.
Well, it was neither.
Yeah, that's right. Runner goes. The pitch is foul back. So we'll see another 3-2 pitch.
We've seen most of the umpires call the high part of the zone. I mean, that's the book rule. And that's what Major League Baseball asks the umpires to do. Just call it by what the book rule is. And that was the top part of the zone. And we've seen a lot of the guys, especially this homestand, call that pitch.
This time Guillen is back in, keeping an eye on him.
Well, I would think you'd be sending him here. Get something going. One of your best hitters at the plate.
He's going 3-2 inside. A fastball for ball 4. So the Royals have the first 2 hitters aboard in the second inning. Single and a walk. Not too late to join the Rays with Rays season tickets. That ensures you the best seats, the biggest savings, and all the great benefits to go with it. Call 888-FAN-RAYS. Representatives are standing by right now. Here's Jason Kendall.
He's a very good situational hitter. I mean, he'll bunt on his own. It won't be a sacrifice bunt, but he may bunt on his own, try to get one through the right side.
And he pops it up. Davis grabs it, looks to second, and no play back there. Brignac tried to get over to cover first with that second runner there. He was digging hard, trying to get a play there, but just couldn't get to the back quickly enough.
Now, this indeed was on his own. He's just trying to get the runners over on his own by dragging one toward Longoria, and he pops it up. Take a look at Brignac in the right side of your screen busting toward first. Wade Davis looks for second, never did pick up Brignac.
Mitch Meyer, that's a strike. The runner still at first and second with one away. A strike.
You know, if you're going to give away the bunt that early like that, you might as well go ahead and square, because he got caught in between, Jason. I know he did it on his own and he was trying to drag it, but he got around way too early and had the barrel of the bat down. That's what Trey Hillman was talking about right there.
That's a strike, and it's 1-2.
Pitch, off tracks, a little bit away. Boy, you're going to get a little bit more in the outside corner, because that's the umpire's head's over the inside corner.
Fastball fouled. Out of play by Meyer. Still 1-2.
When I say the umpire's head, he has his head over between the hitter and the catcher, and that's where he's locked in. His eyesight, he sees the inside corner. If you're smooth out there, showing some accuracy off the outside corner, you can still get it maybe a couple more inches, and that's what Foxtrack showed on that pitch before the last one.
1-2. Check swing, foul ball. trying to pitch around. The first two runners reaching safely. Count holds at a ball, 2 strikes.
A lot of fastballs here. He was right on that one.
It might be time to mix something else in.
I think so. You might see him powering a slider and try to strike him out in the dirt. Especially the way Jason's been walking balls.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
That was a good sinker. Good going away from his power there. That was not the normal four-seamer. That was a good two-seam action. Watch the tail on this one right here. Just off the outside corner. Late movement, too.
Yeah, get that movement away and keep it down relatively in the lower part of the strike zone.
It's good recognition, too, because he was on the four-seamer. He turned it over a little bit and got the strikeout. Nice pitch.
That's Betancourt. And there's a strike on the outside part of the plate, says Brian Honora. Normally speaking, you really don't have to throw this guy a strike. Betancourt, he's walked only one time.
You know, over 90 at bats. He's walked once, so he definitely will expand his own zone. He's up there hacking.
And he lifts it foul up the right side. So 2 strikes. Situation so important with Greinke opposing the Rays today. You don't often get a lot against him. So any little situation at any time in the game becomes critical. Another foul, fastball away.
You're exactly right. I mean, Greinke threw 10 pitches in the first inning, 8 strikes right out of the chute. And interesting for Zach Greinke because in spring training, his message was this year, I want to throw more strikes and not walk as many. He only walked 51 men last year. Struck out 242, but he's always on a mission to go to a different level.
Pitch away. So Jaso looked down to first. Just in case Pena slipped in behind the runner, Callaspo. Ian's at second. Callaspo at first, 2 outs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the dirt, this one skips in behind Jaso, but Ian did not have a good secondary lead and could not find the ball. So the Rays get a break right there. That's a ball that an alert runner could have moved up on.
Yeah, he got his feet out from underneath and just skipped over his glove and threw the wickets right there. You're right. Ian didn't read that. In fact, he was going back to second already. Poor job of reading that ball. Should be second and third right now.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And a little ground ball to short. Bartlett. And the toss to Brignac retires the side. 2 men left on base. Bottom of the second. Coming, no score.
Live chat going on today.
Yeah, a lot of interest. Nobody's overly concerned by the 2 losses, and people are hanging in there. John Jaso has a lot of people's attention. They wonder what his future is going to be.
And I know tomorrow you have a live chat as well, right?
That's right. Every Monday, noon to 12:30, log on to foxsportsflorida.com and join us.
So upcoming stories on the rundown to look forward to?
Working on a piece on Carlos Pena's defense. We all know he's a great power hitter, but he's a heck of a first baseman, and we're going to be looking at the pitching staff as well.
Looks like we've had a few questions since we started talking. You'll have to catch up, Dave. Thanks for joining us.
Great, Todd. Thank you.
All right, guys. Live chat on foxsportsflorida.com all game long. Back to you, Dwayne.
All right, Willie Ibar takes the pitch inside. The count is a ball and a strike. Ibar, the DH today, drawing this assignment against Zach Greinke on the strength of a 4-for-6 track record, including a home run against this right-hander. Out in front, he rolls it to second on the change of speed. So Gens throws him out, 1 away in the second.
Number 2, B.J. Upton.
That'll be B.J. Upton. B.J. is hitting .250 with 4 home runs. It's outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Rays off to the best start in club history. They sport the Major League's best record. Fly ball center field straight in. Meyer. And he grabs it. 2 outs. And they're trying to finish this homestand with 6 wins, 5-3 right now. In the game today and all season long, Tires Plus will donate $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Tampa Bay Rays home run, televised on Sun Sports and Fox Sports Florida. Carl Crawford getting the day off, and that coupled with tomorrow's off day, which will be a travel day. He'll have a couple days off, and that's something that Joe Madden looks for in the schedule, to give not only a guy 1 day, but maybe with an off day 2 days off.
Right. Yep.
He did that earlier with Jason Bartlett.
And you combine that with the matchups. Carl's numbers aren't great against Greinke. So Joe kind of picks his spots with certain guys when he does that. Zobrist has decent numbers. He's in there. Sean Rodriguez is going to get a shot at him. We'll see what he can do today.
Jaso takes it down, and he did check. 1 ball, no strikes. Eric Crawford confirms that he held up. Crawford down at third base, the crew chief. There's the liner into right. DeJesus had a little trouble with that one. It knuckled on him, but he made the catch. Well hit ball by Jason. At the end of 2, we're scoring.
third-party telecast is presented by authority of the Tampa Bay Rays and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And all accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Right back here at Tropicana Field on a Kids Sunday. Chris Getz will lead it off. That's a strike. Getz, the second baseman. He just rejoined the club from a rehab assignment at AAA. Lifts a fly ball to left. And Sean Rodriguez grabs it. Sean can play all over the place. In his time with the Angels, he was exactly like that. He can play second, short, third, play all three outfield positions. He can play first for you. He could even catch if you needed it. In fact, when it gets down to that, he would be a guy who, in a pinch, would be the catcher.
You know, and that's where his value comes in. I know he's not swinging right now for batting average, but, you know, he can play so many positions. And from the right side of the plate with he and Reed Brignac, they got a nice lefty-righty combination in the utility roles.
Jesus takes a pitch high. It's 1-0.
You know, and I really don't think you asked Sean Rodriguez, even though he had all those home runs in the spring, to say, hey, you're going to be leading the club, you're going to lead the way. If he can contribute, which he has, then fine. You know, hide him down there in the 9 spot. He'll get going.
Jesus sends it to left. Rodriguez, a long run, and that's going to be out of the reach of his glove to the bottom of the wall. And Jesus is in at second. Well, that ball started to slice back on Rodriguez and fell just out of his reach as he tried to adjust his route.
Yeah, he's playing shallow anyway, especially on the lefty, so he had a long way to go right here. He's tracking it, and it did. It sliced back. The ball will slice back. Lefty that hits the ball to left field like that. But he was playing very shallow, and he is right now also.
Scott Posednik is the hitter, with a man at second on the double by DeJesus. Posednik off to a very good start for Kansas City this year. His on-base percentage over 400. Came into the game the 8th leading hitter in the American League. Right now hitting .337. And he's been very good with men in scoring position. 11 of 24. So that's a great start.
Yeah, he's a good number 2 hitter for this Royals lineup, too, with that speed and being left-handed.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Still 70 bases one year.
Yes,
that could fly.
He's had an interesting career. It's been up and down and back again, and he's been given up for dead.
Sure has. Yeah,
his career's concerned once or twice, and I'll tell you, he just keeps coming back. Yeah, it's still 1-2.
He hit that slider right out of Jaso's glove. Waited an awful long time. 278 career hitter. It's a solid career. Nothing wrong with that.
Lifts it left side into foul territory toward the bullpen, and Rodriguez makes the catch on this one. Holding it second to Jesus, and then takes care of Posednik.
Well, this time by playing shallow and over to left field, Sean Rodriguez is in a good position to close on that top fly. It's a big out. Now you've got Billy Butler, the best hitter on their club, and you can actually pitch around him a little bit if you want to. Still trying to get him out. They don't want to walk in and have Ian come up there. He's got 7 home runs, but this guy has more discipline. He's just a good hitter.
Butler. Rays after the opening fastball. Might have been a
little cut to it.
A little cut to it, I think. Yeah. Strike one on the foul ball. Butler came in hitting .333 with men in scoring position and .333 overall.
Yeah, he's the one guy you lock in on it when you look at this lineup and say, I don't want this guy to beat me.
And there's a strike. 0-2.
That's a money pitch right there. That's a good overhand curve. Right at the knees, outside corner. That's excellent pitch.
Up and in. Fastball.
That'll keep you from leaning out over the plate.
Yeah, your survival instincts dictate what you're going to do after that.
You bet.
Swing and a miss, and boy, that was nicely executed. Up and in, and then down and away with that slider to get him. No run.
Your name?
Joe Saferni.
Joe, tell us about the Little League team you have here.
Well, this is the VFW boys. They're sponsored by Veterans of Foreign Wars. And Little League in Lake Wales has been there for 54 years. And this group right here is 10, 11, and 12-year-olds.
Yep.
And right now their record is 9-4. So.
9-4 is pretty solid. As Reed Brignac leads off and fouls one off. Now tell us, Wade Davis, Lake Wales, was he in this program?
Wade Davis was in this program, and in fact, when in his junior year, not his junior, his sophomore year in high school, they went to Stanford to land for the state championship, which I got to plug my son here. My son caught for Wade in high school.
And how'd they do?
They went to state.
Beautiful. Guys, Lake Wales, right here, representing Guys Wade. There could be a future Wade Davis here in this group. Back to you.
Yeah, and what Wade is doing right there is expanding the footprint of the Rays and truly making them a regional team. And that's what it's all about. That's exactly what this team needs. Regional support, and they're getting it from Lake Wales today with Wade Davis on the hill.
And Wade's done a nice job to get out of the last couple of innings. He just got their best hitter out, Billy Butler, on a strikeout, and very good sequence of pitches.
A little roller down to first by Brignac. Greinke covers as Butler makes the toss. And so that is out number one. Just a quick reminder, be sure and look for the Miller Lite Taste Greatness moment coming up later in the game today. Very important to remain silent during the pouring.
It is. It's all about the sound effects.
Because that's a great moment. John Rodriguez. Strike one.
Greinke's just pounding the zone.
He's trying not to walk as many.
Yeah, that's what he said this spring.
Hey, a fly ball center field. It's got a little carry, but Meyer's going to have room just as he touches the track. He makes the catch, so Rodriguez gave a little bit of a ride, but not quite deep enough.
Yeah, that was a good home run swing right there. I thought he got it at first, but it's tough here in this ballpark in dead center to get it out.
Two gone. There's Jason Bartlett. One ball, no strikes. Two and nothing right now.
There's a changeup right there by Greinke, 83 miles an hour.
Yeah, as if he needs any more pitches.
Yeah.
That started to emerge last year. High fly ball, center field, and Meyer is going to be there to catch it. We're through three. No score. Into the fourth inning. Wade Davis against Zach Greinke. The pitch is upstairs to Jose Guillen. Two of Florida's best young right arms go at it today. Greinke and Davis. You see Davis go to his mouth, and that's allowable this year. You can be on the dirt part and go to your mouth as long as you clearly wipe off.
Part of the speeding up the pacing of the game. Save about 2-3 seconds at least.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's a big step.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, there's another nice pitch. 1-2. Well, I still contend that the easiest and the most effective way to speed up the game is just to widen the strike zone.
No strikes.
Open it up. 2-2. And I think A hitter's not going to like that. Pitchers will probably take advantage of it, love it. But I think that's a big part of speeding up the game. Because it's going to make hitters way more aggressive as opposed to trying to take as many pitches as they can.
Yeah, there's a lot of clubs that do like to work the count. That's a fashionable thing these days. Kansas City's even talked about that this year. They want the guys to work the count more.
Yeah, and it makes sense. I mean, if the strike zone is going to be what it's been, you know, Oakland was like that. The Yankees for a long time. Their mantra was to force that starting pitcher into at least 100 pitches in 5 innings. And the Rays, you know, trying to preach good quality at bats and being patient. 3-2 again to Guillen. And he strikes him out. Breaking ball got him. Third strikeout for Davis. We mentioned the matchup of these two guys. How many miles? This is our AT&T trivia question, by the way. How many miles separate Lake Wales, the hometown of Wade Davis, and Apopka, the hometown of Zach Greinke? How many miles? So it's a travel log question today. Pitch to Kayaspo is a strike. Fastball to start him. One and one.
I think, you know, still most of the umpires will call an aggressive game if you show that you've got command and you're in the zone.
That is strike.
It's those guys that pick around the plate that drive umpires crazy, and then they don't end up calling a good game either, you know. Wade's got a pretty good lock on the outside corner. He's getting some calls out there.
In the dirt.
That was a changeup. Kind of guided that one, telegraphed it.
Well, you know, we hesitate a little bit on a pitch he made in the 3rd inning that had a little movement on it, a little cut. Yeah. We weren't quite sure if that was a change or a cut. Normally his changeup was around 80 or 81. There's a strike. Kayaspo is caught looking. Take a look at this.
Another good curveball. Good call and a good curveball. Outside corner. Look at that. Number 5 right there on Foxtrot. See, Wade's established that he can throw that pitch for strikes. So I mean, he's going to start getting some calls, and Brian O'Nora rang him up quickly right there.
There's a strike on the edge. Jason Kendall, the hitter.
Of course, if you're an umpire, you got to love that. Number 1, Wade's throwing strikes. Number 2, Zach Greinke. He's only thrown 7 balls the whole game.
One ball, one strike. Pretty close right there.
Pretty good pitch. That's what we're talking about. I mean, all these pitches. How do you miss that?
Yeah.
It was a slider. It had plenty of the plate. That's what would speed up the game if you call it.
Yeah, I mean, what happened to giving that pitch on the corner? The other way, and let's line to Zobrist. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom half of the 4th. No score. Rays and the Royals wrapping up the series in the homestand. Our AT&T trivia question, Wade Davis from Lake Wales, Zach Greinke from Apopka. How many miles separate those two fine metropolises? 63. Only 63 miles separating these two mound adversaries today. And the Rays will send Ben Zobrist up there to lead off against Zach Greinke. And the soft pitch in around the knees, a breaking ball to start it. He is a strike-throwing machine. Had him out in front, so there you are. Breaking ball, change-up to perfection.
That's Ben. I mean, that's how they're throwing to Ben Zobrist so far this year. They saw him hit 3 fastballs for hits. He's not going to see any good fastballs in the zone.
That one in.
Try to get that one to ride on the inside corner there. Get it called third.
You're surprised when it doesn't. I mean, he threw him great breaking ball, great changeup. And you go, well, here's a fastball in. It'll probably catch the inside corner. Ground ball down to first. Butler takes care of that. One away. I'll tell you, Greinke is Greg Maddux-like in what he can do out there.
Yeah. Well, he's got a repeatable delivery, too. If you watch his mechanics, he likes to push off the right side of the rubber, and a lot of right-handers do. They get a good angle on the right-handed hitters by doing that. But you watch his right foot. I mean, he's got perfect alignment with his lead leg, good hip turn, and a great finish. He gets over the front leg and bends his back all the way through.
1-0 the count.
Makes very few mistakes up in the zone unless it's intentional.
Breaking ball for a strike.
And it's an easy delivery, too. You don't see a lot of force with that delivery of Greinke's. It's nice and fluid, good rhythm.
High fly ball. Back to the track goes Posednik. Gone! Home run for Evan Longoria. That will give the Rays a 1-0 lead. Longoria golfed it out of here. He has gone 0 for 10 lifetime against Greinke coming into the game. He singled in the first and has just hit his 6th home run of the year to give the Rays the lead.
That looked like a curveball that he left middle in. You want to get that ball away. That's what good hitters do. They hit mistakes, and he got a mistake, and he hit it out. Evan Longoria. You might get one pitch in at bat to hit, and he got one, and he hit it.
And with this guy, you're fortunate to get one good pitch to hit.
Well, it's interesting, too. He threw Evan 3 curveballs in a row. A little surprised at that. Of course, Evan hit that fastball, hit a bullet to center field in the first inning, so he saw nothing hard. He saw all soft stuff.
You know, you were talking about this the other day, how good hitters get a lot of carry when they make contact.
Oh.
And that's what happened right there. That breaking ball, he sort of golfed it, but boy, he got great carry and just got out of here.
He has that launch power, I like to call it. It just keeps going and going and going. It looks like a rocket, and it just smoothly carries out.
And I'll tell you who was like that before the physical problems took over. Rocco Baldelli. You know, a great talent.
Yeah, I could see that.
And when Rocco really started to put his offense together, he would get just great carry-on balls that he would hit, which it was such an encouraging sign. Same thing here with Longoria, a great hitter. They've got something special going on when that happens.
No, he hits the ball with really good backspin. He's got a really fluid swing, and he really gets good backspin, which creates that launch power that he's got.
And Pena is out on strikes. 2 outs now. Want to know what the bench coach does? Well, on the next edition of Inside the Rays, we'll highlight Davey Martinez and learn about that role and his journey from being a big league outfielder to coach. That's inside the Rays, Dave Martinez, and it immediately follows our telecast. Ground ball off the bat of Ibar, and Butler takes care of that. By the way, we'll be talking to Davey Martinez in the next inning or so. Rays lead 1-0 as we go to the fifth inning, and as advertised, we're going to be joined by Dave Martinez, the Rays bench coach, here for a short span. Davey, great to have you with us, and as we saw in the bottom of the fourth inning, those great hitters get good carry, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Evans swung the bat well this first at-bat, and he got a breaking ball up, and like you said, he hit a fly ball. It seemed like we thought it was just going to be a fly ball, and it carried pretty good, so we're happy to put a point on the board right now.
Well, you're not kidding, Davey, because Zach Greinke's only thrown 10 balls this whole game.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of day we expected. He's a good one, and to our credit, Wade's pitching pretty damn good himself.
1-2 the count to Mitch Meyer to open the fifth inning. We're talking up here about Greinke, and Dave, we've all seen Greg Maddux. You saw him firsthand knowledge. To me, there's so many similarities in what those two guys could do with a baseball.
Yeah, he came out today and seemed like he had a little bit different of a game plan. He's not throwing as hard as we thought he'd throw, but he's throwing the most important pitch that I think in baseball, and that's strike one. I mean, he's getting ahead of the hitters, throwing nothing but strikes, and when you could do that with the kind of stuff he got, he's going to be pretty tough.
Hey, Davey, now I know what a bench coach does. I was fortunate to be one with Felipe Alou, and early in the game, he would talk about fishing and wine and things like that. You know Felipe.
Oh, yeah.
But when it's a tight game like this, tell the people what you guys talk about, you and Joe Madden.
Well, we try to figure out, we were actually trying to figure out ways how to beat this guy today, and we don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. So, we're just trying to put 2 and 2 together and see if we can maybe get some runners on. To score a point or two and hope that Wade keeps us in the ball game.
Yeah, plus he's a tough guy to run against if you do get a guy on base, isn't he?
Very tough. He's a good fielder, so even butting on a guy, you pretty much got to be perfect.
Yeah, there's a high foul down the right side. Well, David, we appreciate your visit, and you're going to get you are the star of Inside the Rays immediately following our telecast. We'll get a little more information to look at you right there.
How about that, huh? Star of the Inside the Rays.
All right.
Keep it going, Davey.
We're looking forward to that.
All right, Dwayne. Hey, appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Davey. Okay. Full count here to Mitch Meyer. And we'll let him get back and along with Joe Madden figure out how to beat a guy who is the reigning Cy Young Award winner from last year in the American League. And there's ball 4 as Wade Davis gives up a leadoff walk, and you always hate to do that.
Yeah, that's the one thing, and Wade did walk Iaspo in the second inning, pitched him tough, but 13 walks coming into this game. That's the one thing that's hurt him a little bit so far this year. Stuff is really good today. But as soon as you get 1 point, you want to make sure you put a 0 up there and get the keep the momentum on your side.
So here's Betancourt. Meyer sets up over at first base. Davis gives him a look. Betancourt pops it up. Brignac out. Zobrist in. It'll be Ben to make the catch in shallow right field.
You know, I don't care how much you preach about working the count and all that. If you're a first ball hitter, you're a first ball hitter.
Yep.
And Betancourt's a first ball hitter.
Yes, he is. He's one of those guys, you throw it, I'm going to take a swing.
You bet.
He's very aggressive up there.
That's a big out. That's a big out right there. Now, Meyer, we know, will run. We saw him the other day, and 3 times the Rays threw over there and stopped him from running. But this type of game, I think Trey Hillman try to get something going.
Chris Getz. Pitch is wide. Ball, no strikes.
Good hit and run count right there. There's Trey Hillman in the middle, flashing out the signs to his third base coach, Dave Owen.
It's not a bad place to be for a manager, flanked by a former catcher and a former pitcher right there.
That's right.
John Gibbons and Bob McClure. Back in at first base, Meyer.
No giveaway there. And really on the other side, that's what Davey Martinez will do. He'll watch the runners. What you do as a bench coach, and he'll help say, you know what, he was going, Skip. We try to see if they put a hit and run on him.
He's going. The pitch is foul. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah, see, he didn't give it away on the steal because he wasn't stealing. It was a hit and run. That's why when he threw over there, he didn't give it away, because your job on a hit and run is not to steal the base. It's to get in motion and make sure the pitcher goes to the plate. So it's a different lead that Mitch Meyer took. This guy's the hit and run pretty well. But the count dictated, you know, with a 9-hitter up there, it only made sense that you do it.
1-1, particularly after the quick first out following the walk.
And the lineup will turn over. You want to get this man in a scoring position if you can.
The ground ball left side, diving stop. Longoria to second, out there. High throw to first, and that's going to go into the dugout. So Brignac hurried his throw trying to get the double play. But what a play by Longoria to get the first out at second base on Meyer. So it's a fielder's choice and an error on the throw.
Yeah, Reed, that's one where the runner gets out of the box quick and the ball wasn't hit hard enough to turn 2. You got to put it in your pocket. Great play by Evan, playing wide of third. And Meyer was just beaten down on Reed Brignac, and that's where you just got to put it in your pocket and say, we'll take the lead runner. Tried to make a great play, and you can see clearly Getz is by the bag by plenty.
And it looked to me, Kevin, as if he might have had trouble trying to quickly make the exchange. Trouble getting a handle on that baseball.
Exactly. I think he got a palm ball he threw over there.
Here's David DeJesus, which is up a bit.
See, Evan had to play even with the bag just in case Getz tried to drop a bunt down on him. So now, of course, with 2 outs, he can play deep. But that's why that was a tough play. The ball almost got by Evan, but he made a great play going to his left to get an out.
Two 2-0.
This is one of those big momentum swings of the game right here to try to get DeJesus out, keep the game right here. You don't want to give it right back to Zach Greinke and even him up again. Big moment of the game.
Put away. 3-0. 2 outs with Getz at second. This is the 3rd time in this game in the first 5 innings that Kansas City has managed to place a man in scoring position at second base.
And for me, he should be swinging 3-0. He gets a fastball above Trey Hillman. I let him swing it back.
And
looked like he was taken all the way. But to me, it might be the best fastball you see, especially when you got a man in scoring position.
1 now. Jesus double to left in the third. And there's ball 4, fastball away. So, a couple of walks in the inning and 2 men on, runners at first and second. Time for the Keep Your Edge Spotlight, brought to you by Just for Men, Mustache and Beard, and Wade Davis, who seems to, every time out there, draw the #1 pitcher of the opposing team. Pitches well to keep the Rays in the game and keep their edge. So just as Wade Davis helps the Rays, you can keep your edge with Just for Men, Mustache and Beard. Short conference on the hill. Jim Hickey, the pitching coach, heads back toward the dugout before Davis faces Scott Posednik. Posednik called out on a curveball in the first and lifted a foul ball down the left field line in the third. It was caught by Sean Rodriguez. And it's popped up. Foul ball. Longoria is there. He got him on a fastball in to pop him up. 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 Tampa Bay. Today, and Zach Greinke has been very good, with the exception of the hanging curveball in the 4th, and Evan hit a fly ball that carried out of here his 6th home run of the year, and the Rays lead 1-0 on the strength of Longoria's power. Well, let's see what the Rays can do in the bottom of the 5th against Zach Greinke. B.J. Upton to lead off, and Jaso and Brainiac. It's a foul ball, strike 1.
Pretty much as advertised, Zach Greinke coming in is 0-2, and largely talking to some of the Royals people, he just doesn't get run support.
Yep.
Nice job, though, Wade Davis had a great pitch on Posednik to jam him.
Ground ball, deep short, could be tough. And the throw is corralled by Butler, and he held on, says Phil Cuzzy, and he lost the ball on the exchange, but he had it in his possession. Had to reach for it. Betancourt's throw a little high, but the play complete by the time Butler dropped the ball, says Phil Cuzzy.
And the ball hit a couple of steps to Betancourt's right. He plants, He does have a strong arm. He throws one, she said, just a little bit high. Not a clean transfer, that's for sure.
Jaso check swing roller to third. Houseball makes the throw to first. Boy, Jaso's hustling down that line. 2 gone. 2 up, 2 down. Reed Brignac, 2.
This is incredible. Greinke's thrown 43 pitches, 33 for strikes. He's only thrown 10 balls, and we're 2 outs into the 5th inning. He said he wanted to throw more strikes. He is.
That's what he's doing. Pitch is low. Brignac takes it. Well, in his 5 prior starts, he had walked 7 in just under 32 innings, and 5 of those, 5 walks in 1 outing against Minnesota. 1-1. He gave up 2 runs against Detroit, had a no decision. 1 of those an unearned run. Boston beat him 8-3. They scored 4 runs off him. 2 outs into the 7th inning. And the Twins got a couple of earned runs and 2 unearned runs in that game when he walked 5. So he lost the games against Boston and Minnesota and has 2 no decisions. 7 innings, 2 runs at Toronto, and 7 innings, no runs against Seattle. Look out. Brignac down.
Like a slider that got him on a foot.
Well, let's
see that again to see exactly where it got him.
I think it ricocheted and got him.
Yeah, right on the right foot.
It. Oh, yeah, knocked his helmet off, and so we're not sure on the ricochet. You know, it'll shake you up.
Yeah, it did. It knocked the bill of the cap off, so it got him twice.
Well, if you're hit by a pitch twice on the same pitch, shouldn't you get 2 bases?
You go to second.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
He's just happy he's okay.
Phil Cuzzy down at first base. He got one off the mask and had a little blood on his nose the other night.
That's right.
As well.
That's exactly right. So Reed hit by a pitch. Sean Rodriguez can do. Sean hit a fly ball to the warning track in center field his first time. Well, that slow breaking ball, that one around 70. We've actually seen him drop below 70 in the past on that off-speed curveball.
Yeah, it's just a tough pitch. That's a good pitch. Look at that, right on the outside corner at the knees. Quick to the plate too. I mean, that was with a slide step.
Yeah. Well, he's hard to run against. You can steal a base, but boy, it's tough. It's lifted up the right side into foul territory and will carry out of play. Last year, for an example, in his Cy Young Award winning season, 5 stolen bases with him on the mound, 9 caught stealings, and he picked off a runner just for good measure.
And that's only, what, 15 attempts?
Yeah.
Probably a few hit and runs in there, but still. Wow.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Of course, when you're winning a Cy Young Award, he probably didn't have too many base runners.
Yeah, that's the other side of that, too. And that's really true. It's hard to get base runners, and then when you do, it's not easy to run against them.
Right.
Ground ball, there's a base hit. In between short and third. Brignac stops at second. Well, the Rays now put 2 men on with 2 men out. And that is important to get Bartlett to the plate.
You know, he went down and got that. That number 4 right there on Fox Tracks. That's a good pitch. That's down. Sean went down and got it, used his legs, and get it right to the hole at short.
And Bartlett will come up here, coming into this game, 5 of 10 lifetime with 3 walks against Greinke. He's 0 for 2 today. He fouls that first one. He got a fastball. Strike 1.
And Zach Greinke put a little bit more on that one. He tried to get in there on Jason. That was 93. Might be the best fastball he's thrown as far as velocity.
It's fouled back. A couple of fastballs here. And these have been, I think you're right, the 2 best he's thrown in terms of velocity today.
Yeah, he does that. He saves a little, hooks a little on when he needs to. He's smart. He's definitely not a max effort guy. Wow.
The 0-2. And Bartlett lays off.
It's a good 0-2 pitch, though, for Greinke. Tough pitch.
Close, a little slider.
Yeah.
Just off the plate.
Good job by Jason to hold up on that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Brignac second. Rodriguez at first. It's in. Another fastball. 2-2.
Another one at 93 right here. Way in off the inside corner.
Rays have dropped 2 of the first 3 in this series to Kansas City and facing Zach Greinke this afternoon. Rays have a 1-0 lead on the home run by Evan Longoria. And a little popper on the right side, handled by Getz at second. So he got the fastball in there. The Rays lead 2 through 5. 1.
Sitting on this Kids Sunday. Yesterday was a very special Sunday for a young fan, Nathan Maxwell. They call him Baseball. That's his nickname. He's part of the Children's Dream Fund, guys. It was his dream to meet the Rays, be a part of the team for the day, and throw out the first pitch. Matt Garza was outstanding yesterday. He was really his big brother, his mentor, as we see the first pitch fouled off by Billy Butler. You know, guys, a lot of times we see the intensity of a Matt Garza on the mound. It's great to see him, and like last year, a couple years ago, David Price befriending a little girl, Leah, at GameWorks. These guys really do a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and yesterday it was making a dream come true for Nathan Maxwell. Back to you.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great little story. This one back over the mound. Bartlett with the pickup and the throw to first. And Butler is out of there. Important to get that leadoff man in a 1-0 game. You're right about Garza yesterday, and a number of these Rays players have contributed parts of their contracts to the Rays Foundation, and of course that mission is to help kids and educate the youth here in the area, and so often they don't get a lot of recognition for that, and it's not something that they will call attention to themselves, but they are part of this community and donate their time and treasure to some very worthwhile causes. That's a strike to Jose Guillen, a fastball. 1-1 now.
The last one was a changeup that he carried again. He's quite had the feel of that change today, but at least he's tried it a few times. Give him credit for that.
You know, even if you can try it and throw it in the dirt the way he did there, and he's in on Guillen. Bartlett will play this one to first. That's not a bad idea in a situation where it may not hurt you, even if you throw it in the dirt, because they know that you've now made an attempt or two to throw that, and that you have the potential to drop that in there.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He's thrown 3 or 4 of them, a couple of them in the dirt, but like I said, at least he's tried it. He's thrown a couple of good sliders this inning to get 2 ground balls to short. He's already established a good overhand curve. And his fastball's been consistent, 92, 93.
There's Kayaspo. Moving it back, strike one. Kayaspo has walked and has struck out. A little low. 1-1. Have a run on 3 hits. Kansas City no runs on 2 hits.
Looked like Ornora wanted to call that pitch, and he kind of held up.
Liner into right. Zobrist makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 go the Royals. We go to the home half of inning 6. 1-800-947-AUTO. And by Buddy's Home Furnishings, where there's no credit needed and up to 6 months, same as cash. Kids Day at Tropicana Field, 72 degrees. A little upset with Zorilla there for a moment, but now there's a calming influence.
As Zorilla steps to the plate.
Yes, there he is.
He says, I want you to go deep.
Ben Zobrist. Pitch is down. Ben 0 for 2.
What's new? What's new,
first time.
Change up? What's new?
Yep, that's it. Curveball, change up. I mean, that's what he has seen a steady diet of here so far. First month of the year.
Another one, change up.
1-1 to count.
I mean, what that is, really, that's respect. That you can hit a fastball.
A ball, 2 strikes. They sneak a fastball in once in a while.
It gets in your head that you're going to see, change-ups and curveballs, and all of a sudden you do get that fastball that you normally can hit, and you're looking for something else.
Oh, that's a strike on the corner. Slipped it over, a fastball.
See, he was looking for something else. See, that's smart pitching by Greinke and Kendall. What I was saying about Ben before, it's just sit on one pitch until you get 2 strikes. If it's a fastball, then just sit on it. 2 strikes, you can't be guessing. Because these catchers and pitchers, these smart guys especially, they'll outthink you on that. Just sit on your pitch until you have to get foul pitches off.
Now Longoria pitches away. Yeah, the Rays really pushed Greinke in the 5th inning. He made 16 pitches. And he had to throw a fastball at 93 or 94 a couple times.
Yeah, he's worn out.
Yeah. High pop-up this time. Second baseman Getz makes the catch. So 2 up, 2 down. This Cinco de Mayo, celebrate the holiday with Corona and Corona Light. In Clearwater, stop by Mugs and Jugs and Frenchies. And in Treasure Island, head to Gators for an ice cold Corona or Corona Light. Corona, relax responsibly. Some of the leading establishments in the area. Here's Carlos Pena. Carlos looking for his first hit of the day. Greinke with 2 strikeouts. He got Carlos in the 4th and Zobrist here in the 6th. Pena got time just as Greinke was set to go into his delivery. Greinke throws him his 2nd straight changeup.
Good arm speed on that one. 85 miles an hour. His fastball last inning got up to 94, so it's a pretty good differential right there.
It's a pretty good focus right there by Greinke. Strike 3, a fastball, 2 changeups and a fastball, and he picks up 1-0 as we peek into the Rays dugout. James Shields will be opening the road trip up in Seattle Tuesday night. Meanwhile, we go to the 7th, and Jason Kendall leads off for Kansas City. And a good breaking ball, curveball to start him. Wade Davis on the hill for the Rays. Davis and Greinke, and this has been everything and more. This pitching matchup with these two outstanding young right-handers.
Boy, I'll tell you, you can learn something on the other side watching Zach Greinke. I think Wade Davis is showing you he's not afraid to throw his off-speed stuff to set up his fastball either.
2 strikes the count to Kendall. Meyer next, and then Betancourt. We are in the 7th inning. And a fly ball up the right side. That's going to be in there. Back toward the corner, and it stays there. Zobrist has to go get it. Kendall makes the turn, but decides to hold at second with a double. Well, that pitch up a little bit and broke away, and Kendall went that way with it.
Yeah, that was a mistake pitch. That's not a put-away pitch right there. That's a hanger. And all you saw right there from Kendall, he goes that way anyway. That's how he hits. That was right into his swing. He goes the other way. Just a nice short contact swing, and he gets a double into the corner.
So Mitch Myers, the hitter. Leadoff double by Kendall in the 7th. And a popper left side, shallow left. Rodriguez is there, and boy, that's a big out.
Huge.
1 away here in the 7th. Let's quickly check with Todd Callis.
James Shields starting the road trip. Well, here's a look at the upcoming schedule for the Rays. They kick things off in Seattle with 3 left-handers. Shields on the mound to kick things off, and then the Rays will be in Oakland for 3 and Anaheim for 3. And our text poll question of the day, brought to you by Autoway, is which of those 3 teams do you think will be the toughest opponent for the Rays on the trip? Text TB1 for the Mariners, TB2 for the A's, TB3 for the Angels. Text your vote to 789-789. And the West has been tight throughout the year, guys.
And it is close here in this game this afternoon. Betancourt at the plate. He takes the first pitch strike, a fastball.
It's unusual. I think Betancourt thought he was probably going to get a breaking ball because everybody knows he's a first ball fastball hitter, so he got a fastball right down the middle.
And he jams him, and a fly ball into left, shallow left. Rodriguez makes the catch on this one. So 2 outs following the double. And Randy Choate is busy in the Rays bullpen. We've got Wade Davis in the mid-90s. Just past that midway point. 96 pitches so far.
Yeah, and the other thing too is DeJesus has had 3 pretty good at bats against Wade Davis. Of all the hitters, he's the one. He had a double to left. He walked last time. Flew out in the first inning, but he's been kind of locked in on Wade.
Fouls it back, a fastball. That's a strike.
And of course, Joe Madden would like to make this 1 run stand up. He'd like to get more runs, but the way Greinke's throwing, and certainly pitch count's not an issue. He can go probably about 13 innings a day if he had to.
Oh, on the count to Getz.
65 pitches for Zach Greinke is all.
It's in, 1-1. Davis pitching here in the 7th. He worked 6 innings against the Yankees, 6 against the White Sox, 5 in each of the Boston and Oakland starts. And it's fouled back, 1-2. So this next pitch will be number 100 on the afternoon for Wade Davis.
And I like this. This is John Jaso going out to talk to Wade and say, let's see what we want to do here. Let's make sure we make a quality pitch and end it right here. Good communication just to make sure to see what Wade wants to do, and I'm sure John had his thoughts on what he's seeing with Chris Getz at the plate here. good measure Jason Bartlett wants to know also.
So it's a ball, 2 strikes to count to Getz. Kendall at second, 2 outs, 1-run game in the 7th. Here it is, down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Slider.
Well, if he wanted to go there, he wanted to bury the slider.
Right. At his feet.
Two and 2. And a little comebacker. Wade with the pickup, and the throw to first retires the side. No runs after the leadoff double. A man left. 7th inning stretch. 1. Action here this afternoon on the sidelines and between the lines. Some great pitching between Zach Greinke and Wade Davis. Take a look at their lines here as our checkers double of the game feature. Wade Davis and Zach Greinke, and boy, you want a pitching duel, it doesn't get much better than this.
Both guys outstanding, and great job by Wade Davis. Stranding a leadoff double in the 7th there to get Meyer and Betancourt, jam them, pop them up to left, and then nice curveball to finish off Getz. But Zach Greinke on the other side, 6 innings, 1 mistake, and that was a hanging breaking ball, and Evan Longoria did not miss it. The solo home run.
Well, a lot riding on each pitch made by these 2 young right-handers. Again, as we profiled at the beginning, 2 of Florida's best. From Lake Wales and Apopka, Davis and Greinke, and it has been everything as advertised. We go to the Rays half of the 7th, following 7th inning stretch. Joe Madden and Trey Hillman hooked up here in the final game of the series. And here's Willie Ibar. Willie, a couple of ground balls. Greinke drops a little curveball in there. Strike the count. 0-2. Willie down in the count here, but he does have a home run against Greinke. Rolls this one foul. We'll take a look. He got one of those pitches that started wide and then came to catch the plate.
Yep, sure
and
did.
Hit it out of here.
Yep.
And he's out on strikes this time. So the fourth strikeout for Greinke. He's over for 3. Yeah, that.
Boy, just some really strong sequencing right here. There's a fastball up and away after he saw a curve, a fastball in, and a slider. He goes up and away and gets Willie to chase it. And that's by design. That's exactly where he wanted that ball.
You know, that day that Willie hit that home run off Greinke, he hit 2 home runs in that game, one from each side of the plate. He hit one left-handed off Greinke and one right-handed off Ron Mahay. 1 strike to count to BJ. Now it's 0-2 with a 1 out, nobody on.
Well, it's amazing. He's only thrown 17 balls in this whole game. Zach Greinke.
How about that? We're up to 71 pitches.
Yeah, 71 pitches, 54 strikes. There it is. That's unheard of. Better than Greg Maddux.
Well, Brian O'Nora has something in his eye, and so they'll attend to him. It's time to vote for your favorite Ray and vote him right into the 2010 All-Star Game. Visit RaysBaseball.com to place your vote today. Well, the Rays will be hitting the road tomorrow, a travel day, and then pick up action Tuesday night in Seattle. It'll be a 3-game series in Seattle. And how about this? The Rays will hit all 3 West Coast teams. They'll take on the Oakland A's and the Angels, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, on this swing to the West Coast.
Pretty tight division over there on the West Coast.
Yep. The Rays will get home. Then to take on Seattle and Cleveland, that would be the 14th of May. Hope you're making plans for that weekend series. And BJ reaching for a pitch, and he's out on strikes on a slider. So Greinke, who had only 1 strikeout through 5 innings, has struck out 4 of the last 5 he has faced.
Yeah, he's going for the strikeouts too. I mean, he definitely did on Zobrist and Pena. He went for the punch out because we've seen him get the ball in 93, 94 now. So he saved a little bit of that 4-seam power for the later innings, and then he drops a hard slider on BJ.
And the pitch to John Jaso is a strike, a fastball. Jaso's line to right and grounded to third. 1-1. Sends it into left. Vasednik closes and makes the catch. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. At the end of 7, 1-0. We have a 1-0 game through 7. On to the 8th we go with the Rays holding the lead. Replay returns with an all-new season. 2 high school hockey teams from 1999 reunite 11 years later in Hockeytown. Follow the journey of Catholic Central versus Trenton. Replay the series.com. Wade Davis has completed his afternoon, 7 innings. And boy, did he pitch well. No runs, 3 hits. And he departs with a 1-run lead, 1-0.
He was outstanding. He works through some tough innings there with some men on base a few times. 3 walks, 3 hits overall, but the zeros were key. And did his job. 7 strong innings.
Randy Choate, the new pitcher for the Rays. He's on to face the top of the order, David DeJesus. Then Posednik do a left-handed bat. Following that, the right-handed bat of Butler. Pitch down and away. No ball, no strikes. Randy pitched an inning in the game here last night. He was in Friday night for 2/3 of an inning. And that's a strike. 1-1.
Jesus ran up the bunt, but Evan and Carlos Pena both in the third and first are playing up for the bunt, even with the bag. Carlos will back up a few steps now. Evan Longoria still even with the bag at third.
It's a little close. 2 balls and a strike.
He's not missing by much. Those are close pitches. Just off the inside corner.
And a popper toward the line and left. Rodriguez is there and makes the catch. And so Choate takes care of DeJesus. This is the Miller Lite Taste Greatness moment. A number of those for Wade Davis. 7 innings, 5 strikeouts. Walked 3, gave up 3 hits, no runs. Now the game in the hands of Randy Choate for the moment as he faces Scott Posednik.
Don't be surprised at a drag bunt right here for Posednik. Lefty on the mound, falling off toward third base.
Pitch is wide.
That's why Carlos Pena's up.
I noted earlier, Posednik with very, very good speed.
Absolutely. He gets out of the box quick, too.
There's a strike. Posednik came into the game with an on-base percentage of over 400. The 8th leading hitter in the American League overall. And he runs up and taps it back to the mound. Choate with the underhanded toss to first, and Posednik is out of there.
I noticed his eyes. It was a good shot, guys. The cameras of his eyes. You saw him peeking. You saw Carlos Pena back up with 1 strike. You saw Carlos go all the way back, and he was trying to slap it by Randy Choate to beat that ball out.
Well, Choate's on to get the 2 left-handed hitters. Joe Madden comes out. He's playing matchup here. Call to the bullpen by Metro PCS. Wireless for all. Big taste. And by Tobacco-Free Florida. Escape the addiction of tobacco. Be free. Visit FloridaQuitline.com. The Rays hold a 1-0 lead. We're in the top of the 8th. 2 outs with the bases empty, and Joe Madden wants the right-hander Dan Wheeler to face perhaps the best bat in this Kansas City lineup in Billy Butler.
Yeah, Dan's been in 10 games, a 138 batting average against. Outstanding.
And the first pitch is a strike. Wheeler's been in 3 of the 4 games in this series, including an inning last night. He did face Butler here in the Thursday night game and got him on a ground ball to third. The 0-1, cut to miss. 0-2.
Couple of good sliders to start this sequence right here. That's a great pitch right there at the bottom of the zone.
Hitting .333 on the year. And the slider is away. Down and away. 1-2. Davis 7. Choke 2/3 of an inning. A ball, 2 strikes the count. And he got him. He struck him out. Butler out of there on strikes. Kansas City does not score in the 8th.
In the 8th inning, Rays holding on to a 1-0 lead. We have another Little League group here. Guys, what Little League are you from?
Antioch Rays.
Antioch Rays, guys, are being represented here in the outfield. And it is going to be hot in here, guys, on May the 15th. That's because Nelly is going to be in town when the Rays play the Seattle Mariners. So make sure you log on to RaysBaseball.com to get your tickets today for the next post-game concert. I know last night was an outstanding concert. All the guys from Antioch having a good time today? All right, Dwayne, back to you.
All right, boy, you're in good company out there, and you're right. Last night's concert was great. It was ZZ Top. Here's Brignac taking the 1-0 pitch and lifting a fly ball into center where it's caught out there by Meyer. 1 away.
Left fielder, number 1, Sean Rodriguez.
That'll be Sean Rodriguez. Sean has a base hit. He's 1 for 2. One of the 3 hits the Rays have collected in this game.
He hit that ball hard to center in the 3rd, too. Thought he might have had a home run there for a minute.
Hit it all the way to the warning track. Which is a strike. Rays have Soriano throwing in the bullpen now. It's going to be a little wide. 1-1. Two and one. Greinke has been very, very good. He's made just 80 pitches to this point. And a popper, shallow right center. That's going to fall. Base hit. It's barehanded there by DeJesus. Coming in from right field on the big hop. He barehanded the ball. And Rodriguez has dropped a base hit in there.
Yeah, got in on him a little bit and hit it in no man's land. They were playing deep, no doubles, because John Rodriguez drove one, as you said, to the warning track earlier. Most clubs play much deeper in the outfield than the Rays do. I'd be thinking about Carl Crawford a little bit. I know it's a day off for him, but one-run game and his defense in left field. That's just me thinking out loud.
No, that's all right. I'm not fighting you.
I'm just throwing it out there. You know.
A strike to Bartlett, and I think he thought that pitch might have been down. Let's take a look.
Ooh, it's off the inside corner. Yeah, it's inside. Sure.
It's high enough, but inside.
Yep. Well, I'm just thinking, obviously, Carlson's faster, and he's more of a stolen base threat. At least gives Greinke something else to think about. Maybe he makes a mistake to Jason Bartlett. And definitely, that in a one-run game, if it stays there, I'd want Carl Crawford in left field to run a ball down. The best left fielder in baseball, for me.
Rodriguez back in at first.
Madden might be thinking, well, Sean's done a good job. Everything's been going well. We'll just kind of change it right now. Carl's been sitting for 8 innings.
Ground ball, third base. Iosco gets one. First base, not in time there. Well, Rodriguez forced at second. Bartlett aboard.
Right fielder, number 18, Ben.
Yeah, good hustle by Jason Bartlett. Like they were going to be able to turn it. Throws a little bit wide, and Jason just does beat it out. Very close.
I'll tell you, that was very close.
Sean
All of that helps.
Going in hard, trying to upend him at second base there.
So it's Ben Zobrist in the batter's box with Jason Bartlett at first. And a strike, a fastball. He was called out on strikes on a fastball in the 6th. He just hasn't seen many of those. And a first pitch fastball for a strike here in the 8th.
Well, especially on the knees in the outside corner.
That's right. Perfect. That's the thing about Greinke. That's the most difficult pitch to hit. Down and away, just the percentages of getting to that pitch are not very good, and he is very good at putting an opening fastball there. Two strikes the count to Ben.
That's good thinking by Kansas City, because an 0-2 count, you got to think the Rays will try to, as quick as he is, still try to steal a base. Pitch out count, though.
And strike 3 call, a fastball. I'll tell you, Greinke really located some fastballs there
good fastball hitter, and he's got a nice hole on the right side now because Carlos Pena obviously has to hold the runner on.
Oswald walked in the second inning. Struck out and lined out since, and the runner takes off. The pitch is fouled. So the Royals didn't waste any time.
Getting run first pitch.
Trey Hillman going through the signs again. Hillman wearing number 88 this year. Originally at 22. That's a number his father wore when he played football for West Texas State in the 1957 Tangerine Bowl. His father was the quarterback who wore number 2, and Trey had that number, but with Pasetnik on the team, he's taken 22. And much like Joe Madden did for the Rays, and when Joe was with the Angels, he said, give me a high number, so nobody really wants that. And so Joe has number 70, and Trey took number 88.
Trey upped him a little bit there.
Yeah.
Joe had the highest number for a manager ever before that.
Trey used the same number in Japan when he managed there. 2 strikes to count. And a move to first. Bloomquist back in. And it's fouled back out of play. So the count remains 2 strikes to Callaspo.
No real secrets with Rafael Soriano. All hard stuff. 94 fastball, 95 does have the slider.
And he gets a new baseball by Brian O'Nora. And a fastball up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Every pitch has great meaning here in this 1-0 game.
Maybe Martinez flashing out the signs of John Jaso, whether to throw over to first base or not, or pitch out or go right to the plate.
And a foul ball back. That was a high fastball.
Oh, he got a pitch there he liked. Right on it. Straight back. Quick swing. That's a home run swing right there. That's too good a pitch with 2 strikes.
And 2. And a ground ball foul off the slider. Let him out in front. I'll tell you, this is the one guy. Butler is a very good hitter. Guillen had power. But Callaspo, left-handed, is a guy who really concerns you.
Yeah, he's got really good power from the left side. Really quick on a good fastball. We just saw that a minute ago.
1-2, runner takes off, ground ball toward the middle, out at second, and the throw to first. The Rays get the double play. With the runner breaking, Bartlett breaking to the bag, was there waiting to start the 6-3 double play.
Wow. Yeah, Jason has a little smile right there. I don't think it would have been through the middle for a hit, but it didn't hurt that the runner was going, and Jason just has to touch the bag with his right foot and get it over to Carlos Pena for 2. It might have, though. It might have squeaked through there if they hadn't sent the runner there.
Right spot, right time for Bartlett to start the double play. And Rick Ankiel will pinch hit now for Kendall.
He's up there to try to do one thing, so you got to be smart with your location of Rick Ankiel.
And a cut and a miss at the fastball, strike 1, and he just couldn't catch up right there with that
95 from Soriano going away right there. Good pitch. It had some tailing action to it. stay out there.
And Fields had a right quad strain that's kept him out of the lineup. Fouls this one back. Out of play, 0-2.
Of course, these two guys know each other. Hank Keel, of course, was with the Cardinals all these years, and Raphael was with Atlanta last year. Good familiarity right there.
0-2. And the pitch. He got it! Struck him out. It's all over, and the Rays win it. It's a 1-0 final. And the Rays finish the road trip, or finish the homestand, I should say, with the record of 6-3 before they hit the road for 9. And they divide this 4-game series with Kansas City, and they win an exciting 1-0 ball game from Kansas City here this afternoon. Wade Davis will get the win. 7 innings, the final out. The strikeout pitch, and Keel chased the fastball up and away, trying to catch up. As Soriano works the 9th inning to post the save. Davis is 3-1. The save for Soriano, number 6. And the Rays go to 18-7 on the year, back to 11 games over 500. Right now, Todd Callis is on the field, standing by with Evan Longoria.
Dwayne, thank you very much. Evan's still getting congratulations here as guys are celebrating a 1-0 win. Longo, sometimes fans love the 10-8 slugfest, but is there something special when you have a 1-0 game like this where every pitch matters?
Yeah, I mean, can't give enough credit to what the starter Wade did, and then the bullpen coming in and shutting it down. Sometimes it's a good pitching performance on both sides, and one player, one pitch, or one anything can determine it. So it was a good team effort today.
The importance of today, after losing 2 to Kansas City, wanting to finish the homestand 6-3 instead of 5-4. Is this a fairly big game, even though it was early in the year?
Absolutely. I mean, with us not able to win the series, we got to hope for a split. So, I thought we did a good job. I mean, it was a tough game, but we got to win these close ones.
Zach Greinke didn't give up much today at all. Tell us about the pitch you saw that you were able to clear the wall with.
It was a slider. I don't even know where it was at. Maybe out over the plate. But again, he was doing a good job keeping us off balance. I was in the middle. He was doing a good job keeping us off balance. So, sometimes it's that one pitch, that you got to capitalize on that's going to win the game.
I saw you eyeing it up from the start. Did you think it was gone when it left your bat?
Yeah, it was one. I hit it a little better than the one I did off Soria, so I kind of knew it was gone.
Evan, it's been a fun stretch so far for the Rays. Good luck on the road trip and enjoy your day off, even though it's a travel day.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, that is Evan Longoria, guys, as the Rays only needed 1 today. That was enough. Dwayne, back to you.
All right, thank you very much. The Rays are 1-0 winners. This is their 3rd shutout of the year as a staff. We'll be back in just a moment.